r/AskReddit by Redmond Dtes. How do you stop being the nice guy? Or get rid of the nice guy syndrome? Be nice because you want to, not because you want a reward. Exactly. Usually any guy who says they are the nice guy is usually far from actually being the nice guy. From my experience anyway. And the actual nice guys are pretty humble and don't have to parade around that they are the nice one. Gain the courage to be disliked. Decide what you stand for. Making that decision will alienate people, and you have to be okay with that. Don't just bend over and agree with people for the potential prospect of sex. Have integrity. Get a life. Do things for your own sake. Gain your own stories. Those will be the things that attract quality people, whether they be friends or lovers, into your life. Form a nice guy here. The first thing to know is that advertising yourself as nice is like selling a car and putting in the ad in big bold letters, has all four wheels. Being nice isn't a feature. It's the bare fucking minimum. Second, it doesn't matter if you're a short ugly chud or the world's most handsome trillionaire. No one has to like you. Not a single person. You can give someone $1 million and they still might think you're a jackass. No one owes you respect and no one owes you romance. Third, take the hint. If someone says no, move on. It sure sucks to be rejected, but it sucks worse to be a weird remora type pining over someone who doesn't have feelings for you. Fourth, romance isn't The Sims. There isn't a red romance bar that turns green as you do nice stuff for someone. If someone likes you, they'll tell you they do, or they'll say yes when you ask them out. Fifth, the only word that explicitly means yes is yes. If you ask someone out and they hem and haw or have an excuse for every contingency, that's probably a no. Whether you like it or not, a lot of people hate confrontation and don't want to lose someone they actually thought was a friend. See point 3. Lastly, and related to the above, rejection sucks, but is absolutely not the end of the world. Sulk for a day or two, then get back out there and try again. Or take a break from it. You don't have to have a significant other, and there are advantages to single life. Anecdotally, I've found that it's when I'm not actively trying to get with someone that I do the best, romantically. Some people can sense desperation. And it's a big put off. Stop making nice future sex partner specific. Just either be nice to everyone who deserves it, or don't be nice to anyone at all. It depends on what you mean. If you're talking about the kind of nice guy that girls hate, it's because they aren't actually nice. It's great to be nice. It's even okay to be extra nice to someone you're interested in, but you shouldn't be nice to someone only as a condition of a romantic relationship. Quote unquote nice guys are the ones who will call a girl beautiful, and then when she turns him down they'll say she's a bitch. Don't be that guy. Be nice to everyone, because it's a good thing to do. If you're talking about the kind of nice guy who can't get dates, it's because they are usually shy and passive. Being nice is the only good thing about him. Be confident. If you like someone, ask them out, and if they say no, move on. Easier said than done, I know, but it's better than obsessing over someone from the shadows. Stop looking at women as a transaction. You are specifically being nice and expecting things in return. If you are a nice person, be nice to everyone. Treat people you are interested in as human beings. Treat them like you would a friend, and most importantly, respect their boundaries, and if they reject you, move on. Accept that nobody owes you anything for being nice. And if that you're just being kind for a reward, then you're not really a nice person at all. Stop hyperfixating on one romantic interest. Most of the nice guys I've met and talked to have one person they are trying to woo. They focus all of their efforts on being what they think this person likes. Quite often they build this person up to be a saintly angelic figure, only to let themselves down when that doesn't match with the person they actually are. Instead, focus on yourself. What are your best qualities? How do you show them off or make them better? What are your worst qualities? How do you work on fixing them? It is way easier to catch fish with an attractive lure than to spearfish a specific one. Especially when that specific one isn't as great as you're building them up to be in your head. Realize that people aren't vending machines. Putting nice doesn't mean you get whatever you want out. Be genuine in your interactions with others. To quotes on theme, nice is different than good. The difference is that nice guys are nice because they want something. Good guys are nice because that's the right way to treat people, whether or not they have something you want. Be a good guy. Be kind and considerate, with no expectation of anything in return. Be authentic and open about who you are. If a woman isn't into you, that's a good thing, because it means she wasn't a good fit for you anyway. When a woman is into you, it means she likes you for you, and not just because you were nice. Understand that people don't actually like the fawning sycophant. It comes across as creepy, transactional, and manipulative. If I go out of my way to be nice to you 10 times, that's worth 6, right? It either drives people away or will attract someone who will use it to manipulate you, often without the nice. People like it when they are the center because they turn heads. When the people around them have their own goals and are on their own paths, but those paths just always keep circling back to them because they are especially interesting. Being the center because someone wants something out of you isn't a great place to be, because once their craving has been satisfied they have no interest in you as a person. I have no interests of my own except for you is really creepy because they are going to be switching between begging for things and disinterest. I started having success when I switched from the nice guy to the fun guy. I go out, have fun for myself, and then if other people want to join, that's great and we can have fun together. I work for myself, but if an interesting girl tries to wrap me around her little finger and I'm amenable, much of my money is now spent on her. I still have my own interests, though. There's a strong foundation there, because the characteristics can be relied on because they're fundamentally for me, so I can be counted on to keep working, and keep having fun, and keep moving forward. When I was a teenager I had a nice guy mindset. It was largely due to the fact that I believed I was a good and valuable person yet had no success with getting a date. I figured that there was no good reason girls had to not like me, so it must have been a problem external to myself. It must have been because the women only like assholes, or because chads take all the girls, rather than because there was a problem with myself. It's painful to acknowledge that you have failed or have flaws, so I tried to find external reasons instead. The truth was, my lack of confidence and inexperience with women meant I was super awkward and unlikable. Once I assumed the locus of control for my own issues, I was able to recognize and address them. If someone never moves their locus of control from outside to inside themselves, they'll never be able to recognize and address their faults. If you often find yourself thinking things like, everyone's out to get me, or they don't like me because they are jealous or a bitch or stupid, then you may be failing to recognize that issues exist within yourself. Stop prioritizing others' approval over your own needs. Set boundaries and stand up for yourself, knowing that true respect comes from mutual strength, not constant agreement. I think you're asking the wrong question. With all due respect, and I genuinely say this trying to be helpful, not mean, consider trying to be more interesting, rather than less nice. I've had friends describe someone they hung out with as too nice, but when I asked them more about it, it seemed like the real issue was that they were boring. Trying to be nice sometimes turns into agreeing with everything, and not showing enough of your own personality. Just my 2 cents. That's all folks. Thank you for watching. If you like videos like this one, why not like and subscribe for more? Have a nice evening. Tell your friends about me.